Hello friends, welcome back to Aaron's Anxiety. I am your host Aaron, your personal guide through anxiety. Getting back in the old grind today. Before we start, if you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, all those fun things. If you haven't subscribed by now, I take offense to that, okay? We're past this. We're friends now. You should be subscribed. Now, since I've been gone off the YouTubes, I've had some people ask me a lot of different questions, and I've tried to get back to a lot of them, and then my answers kind of tend to be around the same. So I wanted to answer a few of those questions kind of one by one. So this video is going to be one question tomorrow, or the next time I make a video, it'll be another question. And this one is kind of a very general one, and I think it's going to help a lot of people. I've gotten the question asked, hey Aaron, I've had this happen to me, whether it's anxiety attack, panic attack, those are different. Depersonalization setback in. I've had a setback with my journey. What do I do? Okay, if you've had these hard things happen to you, a lot of times, if you're in your journey, a lot of times it's a way of showing yourself. Now, it's not a good way because it sucks, but it's a way that you can say, look, I'm progressing. I've progressed so far. This is why you can only have a setback if you're moving forward, right? So look at a setback, even though they're scary, even though they suck, even though they're mind-dwelling, look at them as a positive, okay? You should always have a punch back as well. So say you're getting in, say you're going to get into boxing, okay? And you're going to go into this ring with this guy. You should always have a counter punch, okay? There should always be a counter punch for every action that happens to you or that you induce onto yourself, okay? Because let's be honest, we induce it ourselves. You know, things like drinking a whole bunch of caffeine or coffee, knowing that, you know, we have anxiety. Yeah, it's going to lead to bad things. Not for everybody, but for a lot of us. So you should have a punch back. And what I mean by that is, okay, good example. I was going down the road, this has been several months ago, and I do great now. My life is so much better than when I started. And then out of nowhere, literally zero nowhere, I'm driving down the road and I have a full-on anxiety attack. Confusion, heart palpitations, just don't know what's going on. I know it feels like something's really, really wrong, and I don't know what's going on. I'm very confused about it. That being said, I was on my way to work. And every fiber of my being wanted me to turn the car, van around and go home, get in bed, and wait for this to pass and see how this goes. And I didn't. I said, you know what? You need to diminish these things. And this is just, I'm giving you one example, but this is general for all these same problems. Anytime you have a setback, you need to diminish that setback. So for me, I wasn't consciously doing it. I said, you know what? I need to go to work. I don't have a choice. Okay? I have bills, I have family, I have kids. I don't have the choice to not go to work. Now, secretly, I do, okay? If I don't want to go, I can say, hey, look, I don't feel good. I'm not going to make it today, blah, blah, blah. But that's not the point. The point is I can't let the anxiety win. And as soon as I go home, that anxiety won. It beat me. It beat me. And if this is a game of chess, I cannot lose to this guy, okay? So I kept going. And I went to work. And when I got to work, I was going to start talking. Have you ever noticed that when you have, sorry, it's a really bumpy run. When you have really bad anxiety and you go to talk to somebody, for whatever reason, talking to them gets your brain off onto other things, and the anxiety tends to lessen. So once I got to work, I started talking to the customer, and that was kind of, you know, you go into, the professional mode. How are you? Hey, you got my hat and cap here. And then it kind of helps subside, but then as soon as they turn around and I'm working on their stuff, I'm like, oh man, this get me, man. But I pushed through it. Before I left that job, which I was only there for 45 minutes, wasn't crazy anything long. Before I left the job, I felt better. I still felt like, wow, that sucked, but I felt better. And not only did I feel better from the anxiety, I felt better because I beat it. I won. I didn't give into it. And it was hard. It was very hard. Like I said, I would have given you my credit card at the time, said, just take it, just rack it up, do whatever you got to do. I just need to go home. And I still did it. Okay, and so that's all I'm saying, is that these are things that can be overcome. And I always say, okay, what's the worst thing that could happen? What's the very worst thing that could happen? I could have another anxiety attack right in front of this customer. and I could what time is it? What's going on? You know what I mean? You go into that confusion mode and everything, something's really wrong. What if I did that right in front of my customer? What if somebody did that right in front of you? You'd say, oh man, are you okay? Are you here? Do you want to sit down? Do you want water? Are you all right? That's what would happen. That's what would happen. That's it. And I'd tell them, hey, yeah, I think I just had a panic attack. Stuff's been kind of stressful lately. No, I'm good. You know, you catch your breath. That's the worst that can possibly happen in that situation. So at some point, you're like, you know what? Bring it on. Let's do it. No longer be afraid of it. Because only once you stop being afraid is when these things stop going away. Okay? So, I hope that's helpful. Like I said, I'd give you a specific, but it's general for all these things. Don't let the setback dictate how far you've come in your journey. Okay? Because it's a setback. It's just to show you how far you've come. Okay? Alright, friends. I'm going to leave this video here. I hope it was helpful. I'm going to answer some more of these questions, and I've answered a lot of them, but some of them need a little bit more explaining, like this one here. It's hard to, how am I going to put that into like 120 characters? You know what I mean? Like, I need to get this information out in the best way possible, and coincidentally, it just happens to be me here and talking all the time. So, all right, friends, I'm going to let's go. I love you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. And I'm Aaron. You're awesome. I'll see you in the next video.